He's out from England, ladies and gentlemen. It's Carl Donnelly!
Hey! Cheers, man. Hey, how you doing, all right? It's good to be here. My name is Carl Donnelly. I'm from the UK. Fucking, I know. Some of you are thinking that is illegal, Carl. But you'll be glad to know that the reason I'm here is I'm actually married to one of you people. If you're wondering who it is, there's an envelope under one of your seats. Okay. Bit of fun there to start. Genuinely, I'm married to an Australian. We've got a daughter who's a citizen, but we didn't actually end up getting in until February. It was the rigmarole to get in, obviously. It was a nightmare, but quite frankly, because you dealt with this whole thing quite well. The UK was so bleak. I don't think you lot realise, you probably heard bits, right? But we didn't realise how bleak it was ourselves until we had Christmas officially cancelled by the government. Genuinely, if you haven't heard about this, right, at the start of December, the Prime Minister of the UK had to hold a press conference because numbers had gone through the roof, where he had to come out to a lectern on television and say, I'm sorry to tell you that you cannot have Christmas dinners with your families this year. The numbers are too high, and if you do have illicit Christmas dinners, the police will break them up. And there was a wave of sadness across the whole country. Weirdly, that didn't really bother me, yeah? Because I'm from an Irish working class family, so yeah. So I've never had a Christmas dinner that wasn't broken up by the police. It's just sort of par for the course, innit? You know what I mean? We had all sorts of threats because we're feral. I think in Australia there's a sense of community where people go, let's just do what needs to be done. Like, we got threatened last August, right? Peak British summer. They decided to open things up, right? Because numbers fell. You know, they went below about 150,000 a day. So, all right, let's get the pubs open, right? Have a few barbecues. So we were allowed barbecues, but they said you're only allowed 6 people in your house, right? Sort of rule of 6, it was called. So no more than 6, you filthy little shitbags, right? And naturally, some of us went, all right, they say 6, but let's chuck a few extras in there. So, you know, naturally, every barbecue had about 70 or 80 people at it. Numbers got out of hand again. They had a press conference where they said mass gatherings are getting out of hand. The army have been deployed. We got threatened with the army by our own government. Like, and it's the only time in my life I've felt sorry for soldiers, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, they didn't sign up for that. I reckon most soldiers probably sign up for noble reasons, or some of them, innit? There's probably 2 types of people that sign up to the army. There's one group who essentially school didn't go how they thought it would, yeah? The rest of them sign up because they're like, I want to protect the country, I want to fight terrorism, right? Those ones, imagine that. Imagine they thought the summer of 2020 was going to be their, you know, year when they're going to be in northern Iraq chasing down the last members of the ISIS terrorist organisation, like sniping people and saving the world. Flash forward to the actual summer of 2020, they're sat on a barracks just on the outskirts of London while their sergeant comes in. Right, guys, orders room for today. There is an 8-year-old's birthday party with 14 people at it. Lock and load. You end up in 25 years of like therapy with PTSD because you accidentally shot their grandmother. It's a tough year is what I'm saying. I'm very happy to be here. I'll tell you, I will leave you with a little, the highlight of my year. I've got a positive, like 2020 story. Do you know what I mean? Like the highlight of my year, which should be the birth of my daughter, but it's actually a bigger thing. But it sounds weird. I grew my hair back. Now, that doesn't sound like a big thing to most people, right? But I'm going to tell you a 100% true story that sounds like bullshit, but I can prove it. Basically, for the last 5 years, I've had a shaved head and I've worn hats. Because 5 years ago, I had hair similar to this. I got it cut a bit shorter, and you can probably still see a little thinness there. I saw that thinness and went, well, alas, time has come for me. You know, there's a few of you spotted around, you know what happens. It's male pattern baldness, right? I don't want to draw attention to you or anything, mate. But you are sat in the most convenient seat for everyone to have a little gander at the top of your head. But you know what it's like. When it goes, you shaved it, and that's what you should do. And that's what I did. I saw that, and I went, I'm shaving it, because I'm not going to be that dickhead who's like sort of sees a thinness and, you know, goes, I'll just give it a few months. And then over the next 3 or 4 years, you just grow a perimeter fence around a bald patch. I was like, I'm getting ahead of the news. Shave my head. Shave my head every 3 days. I actually got into it. It becomes like a sort of nice ritual. Every 3 days I shave my head for 5 years. So I was like, I'm not even going to bother trying to grow it back and seeing how gross it looks. Anyway, during lockdown, nothing on. Didn't have anything to go out for. I thought, I'm going to grow it back and see how bald I've gone. Grew it back. Turns out I didn't go bald. I've been living as a bald man for 5 years. And if you Google me, you'll see every picture of me in the last 5 years is me with a fucking hat on. Anyway, you guys have been great. I'm doing a show this weekend at the festival. Come along. My name's Donnelly. Enjoy the festival, guys. See you later. Bye.